Hello, guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Deep Web Browsing, episode number 71. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a little bit of a different intro because I'm going to let you in on something. The camera failed for that session of recording. Not really failed, the video recording came out pretty spooky. The colors were all kind of distorted or something like that. I don't know what really happened. I think I had it on manual mode and I was recording something else for work that day and I forgot to change the settings again. Dumb mistake by me, or maybe it reverted back to something. But the original DSLR video quality came out to be really bad, so I figured I'd change things up, redo the intro and the extra. As far as that, I have my original old backup camera, and I guess that services for the most part, but I didn't want to show you weird-ass intros. So ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the Deep Web series, I've actually browsed the Deep Web for this week. So now I know that it's not entirely random, but I'm not going to tell you that yet. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you excuse me for the little apology, but the audio thankfully didn't crash. And I formatted that SD card, so that intro is completely gone. So here is the new intro. Not as dank as the original, but hopefully it'll service everybody. Welcome to Deep Web Browsing, episode number 71. Let's get right into our first website. So first site we're looking at is Pamgaea. Pamgaea, of course, you're looking at right now. The bottom side of the screen is pretty fucking, censored. That's because there's actual pictures of people dead right now. There's, fucking... God damn, there's one dude with his throat fucking cut out. Same thing though with up top over here. So this is Pamgaea by the Chechen mob. Pamgaea is a dark web marketplace released and maintained by the Chechen mob. Customers anonymously submit orders to beat up, set fire, or kill. We assign these orders to trusted criminals near the area where the job is to be done. We have Russian mafia members, Italian members, Spanish members, and all kinds of nationalities. Our mission is to enable hundreds of customers to find criminals in their area easy and safe without the risk of exposing themselves. Users are anonymous, no meeting in person required, no customer address, no customer name, hidden IP. Use a privacy tool to erase any traces on your computer. Number 2. The transaction is safer than the classic way. In the real world, a hitman can run away with the 50% cash advance that you are giving him before he does the murder. If he takes the money and runs off, you can't do much about it. On internet, you pay with Bitcoin through our escrow service, and that's a very popular type of service available too. If it has escrow, it means that at least it's somewhat legit. The money is kept secure into your safe. No one can access it without your secure private key. You pay only when the job has been done. Hire a killer easy by providing only target information while hiding your IP. We will assign a hitman that already does jobs in the same countries as your victim, and the job will be completed easy. Our website is protected by Deep Web, does not have a whois, and the server IP is hidden. We do not have feedback on public sites that are controlled by the government, because any feedback that can be posted by undercover cops or legal employees. The payment is to be done by Bitcoin after the hit is successful. Bitcoin is the only easy way to pay online, highly anonymous, because the customer doesn't expose their credit card. So basically, okay, what is this? When talking about a hired killer, most people imagine a slick assassin with a long sniper rifle waiting on a building. These exist, but they are expensive and suitable for important hits. Most of the killing is done by gang members who use a handgun and a hooded jacket waiting for the victim in the parking lot. We can offer you smart assassins to make it look like an accident. So, first thing I'm getting from this is a very professional type looking website. Of course, they got new customers, criminal sign up. Honestly, it's something that I would see on GTA Online. It's so surreal to, that's the thing. 71 episodes of this so far. The surrealty has never worn off for me personally, because coming across sites like this, I play a lot of GTA Online. I mean, that game is a parody. But it's so crazy how the fucking parody mirrors the real-life counterpart so well. Now, whether this is fake or real is totally up for debate. You can never exactly, entirely, 100% prove if something is real or something is fake. Me, I'm a skeptic asshole, so I kind of think that this is more so dedicated to, say, something like a honeypot, you know what I mean? Something to attract people with. Them mentioning law enforcement, undercover cops can make, anonymous things, which is true, but over here, it's so surreal that I think it is some kind of undercover BS going on. But over here, I'm going to go to the order page. Of course, you gotta love how the cursor changes as well, why? But I'm gonna go check these pages real quick and just see what it's all about. Now, one thing I will have to do is I have to make sure that this is all censored as fuck. So over here, order easy online by filling this form. This poor bastard's about to get a shot in his fucking goddamn heart right now. But please remember that we do not need any of your personal information. So their username, password, confirm, invited by, which is what you need apparently, I guess. Target name, kill the bastard, which is $5,000 to $200,000. Please read about prices in Hitman. Make it look like an accident for 40. So you can basically add packages. Set the house on fire, set the car on fire, break bones or cut body parts, address, city, country, picture, job details. All right, interesting. And then you go to like the other one, which is services. That's actually a picture of Ice Cube holding an AK-47. I know this for a fact. That's where the photo's fucking from. That's Ice Cube holding an AK-47. That's already, to me personally, the fact that to censor that, it already weirds me out because, I don't know, it just makes my skepticism more realistic. Now over here, so we offer services like this. So they offer murder for hire, which is about $5,000 to $200,000. Whether you want to kill your ex-wife, ex-husband, a business partner, some prison inmate, or some other prisoner, a person, we have the right criminals for you. I think Bubba might be in on this. They mentioned prison hitman, dude. We have gang members, drug dealers, gun dealers, and various criminals who are happy to receive new orders. If the target is a normal person, example ex-wife, the price is $5,000 for shooting with a handgun. The killer will run away with a car or motorcycle. See our basic hitman. For important persons like small celebrities who have bodyguards, we offer the Sniper ex-military, starting at $30,000 USD. Jesus Christ, they use a sniper rifle to do the job. Okay, so if you got a small celebrity who has bodyguards or whatever, you can actually hire a ex-military sniper to do the bidding. That's fucking scary, dude. Like, could you imagine, like, for $200,000, you could have, like, access to one of the fucking SEALs that killed Bin Laden and shit? It's fucking crazy. Now, beating will cost around $500 to $2,000. Send a local gang member to beat up the person you need. Number 3 is set cars and home on fire. Number 4 is guns. This website is protected by Deep Web and is used by gang members and contract killers to do murder for $5,000 and up, depending on difficulty of job and the importance of the victim. See, it almost, again, it feels a lot like it's a fucking federal, like, honeypot attracting people. Like they sign up to make easy money and then they just bust their ass is what happens, dude. But going over here, how it works. Of course, we've all seen this before. You give Bitcoin, they take a little bit of information, blah, blah, blah. We've seen this a million times. You don't have to see this again. Security. We do not ask customers' real name. Blah. All messages are encrypted with PGP keys for their destinators. No one can see the messages. Not FBI, not police, not even a hacker would get access to the database. All right, so they're pretty well encrypted as they claim. It's kind of weird how it's the Chechen mob. Like, it's in Russia, you know what I mean? But they mention the FBI, you know? The FBI. Even though, like, you think in the Chechen mob or something like that, you would worry more about, like, the Russian Federal Investigation Authorities, which that weirds me the fuck out when I read this. It feels like even for a service like this, the English is really great, you know what I mean? Like, for the most part, it really is great. 2012 to 2016 copyrighted. Like, it just seems either it's a joke or it is some kind of a honeypot, if it's actually a thing. Frequently asked questions. How do you have people in Australia? Can cops infiltrate by registering as criminals? Blah, blah, standard stuff. Okay, nothing incredibly fucking crazy. Do you kill women and children? Let me see if that limit is applied. We don't get orders to kill children because nobody upset with them. There's no point into killing children. Yes, we kill women. Some of our hitmen refuse to kill women, but we do have hitmen that kill women. So you have a hitmen that don't care about gender at all. They just fucking go after and kill everyone. Okay, they don't care. They're a progressive breed of hitmen, you know? They believe that every kill is equal. Fuck me, dude. Why? What the fuck? So apparently it says cops can't infiltrate because each criminal registered has to get approved. Okay, so I have to do a test order and provide them, like, video proof. Whatever the fuck the test order... Oh, here it is. Burning cars, houses. Registered criminal can't provide us with a fake video because we checked the location and we can find the burned car or house the second day. They can't wait at the location to arrest us when checking because we pass in the streets. There are many passers by. They can't know which one works for the Chechen mob. Okay, so I'm gonna stop looking at it over here. That was the Chechen mob, okay? My God, is it fucking weird? Is it fucking weird? First website we see. I gotta say, in all honesty, I think this is definitely a honeypot. Like, it's gotta be a honeypot. Or it's gotta be fake. Whether it's real, though, I don't want to attract any bad blood from the Chechen mob. If it's real, man, fucking all the power to you. Once again, I do have to say, please don't order services from the mob or any services that involve killing somebody. We don't condone it. It's illegal. And I just got to say that for legal sake and just personal sake. Don't go ordering hits on the web. All right, just don't. All right, it's bad. But so far, these out of all the hitman sites I've seen, they've actually seemed the most legit. But remember the last one we saw, the Besa Mafia? That one turned out to be the most elaborate Bitcoin scam I've ever seen. So again, caution when you're dealing with stuff like this. Don't deal with stuff like this, though. Let's go to the next site. Here we seem to have a free planning tool. One of the weirdest things I've probably seen on the deep web is like a planning tool. Usually it's a very specific oriented website. You never come across something that's a free planning tool. Usually you can use your cell phone as a planning tool. I really don't know why somebody would use a fucking deep website as their planning, tool. But let's go into it. How it works. Here's a few Kanban board basic principles. Each story task is a card on a board. Boards have column to do and progress done. You or other persons move story task between columns. Alright, so basically, it's the kind of board you'd be using anyways, except apparently it's on here. So let's go into this. How to work this tool. We have Jabberbots. Each bot is the column on the board. You send commands to bots to change task state. Now already, I can tell you right now, this seems way more fucking complicated than anything. Like, maybe you might use this if you're, like, robbing a fucking bank or something, Like if you're robbing a bank or some shit and you needed an online planning tool that was hidden. I mean, you could. But, like, I think most people who rob banks or some shit like that or do things like that are probably in person. They probably don't use the internet to coordinate these tasks with each other. I don't think they, Skype each other and they're planning out their heist like that. It's kind of fucking weird. How do you work the tool? We've already looked at that. How many people can use the same one board? One or more, you can invite your friends to work together. On one board, you can use this tool for personal, Kanban, or even manage a team. How many boards can have one person? One or more? One board requires one Jabber account. You must have Jabber accounts for each your project. But it is so hard to keep in mind. This is not the problem. If you set public or anonymous access level to your board, you will get all your plain tasks on a web page. Okay, all right. Well, why are we spelling plain like an actual plane? That's kind of weird. Who needs it? Distributed teams, highly mobility, and anonymity is allowed. Enough, lightweight, Jabber only. So here you don't need Google accounts, Facebook accounts, no registration. Do you have Jabber account? That is enough. So basically, what this is, all right, is it's a planning tool for people who need who are distributed teams. They need high mobility and anonymity. So you don't need to make any Facebook, Google accounts, no registration, no nothing. You have a Jabber account, and that is enough. And I don't really know much about Jabber, but you basically are pretty anonymized through it. So yeah, I guess for the people who are, okay, what is this? So how to start? So are you ready to create your board? Just write something in Jabber to agilemaster@jabber.ua. Send command help a second step. So basically, this is a place where you and a bunch of people can plan things together with great anonymity. Now, again, I don't know the exact usages. I think there's way better alternatives you can use other than this. This seems a little more convoluted than I can assume. But, ladies and gentlemen, I guess this really is designed for people who are planning, I guess, bank heists or some shit like that. Things where they do need anonymity. I mean, obviously, if the feds ever heard you say, we're gonna rob a bank, you'd get arrested. You get arrested on a conspiracy charge or something like that. Maybe not as heavily as actually robbing the bank in the first place, but still, you get fucked. All right, so regardless, this seems like a tool, a free planning tool for anonymous activity. Now, I don't write that you do it for that purpose, but I'm just trying to put it into my head of why somebody would choose to go and do this. It's just one of those things you think in your head. And so I guess that's why it was designed, or, similar tasks of the sort. Or maybe, some people, they just don't want people to see their fancy to-do list, and this is the best way to cancel it. So, if you're using it as a to-do list, I mean, fuck your phone, right? I mean, might as well go on fire up a Tor browser, connect to a relay, and use the free planning tool on Kanban and Agile. Again, say for example, the feds set this up as a honeypot and people actually used it to plan out bank robberies. Imagine getting arrested, or imagine going to prison and telling them how you got busted. Bubba would play with your rectum so fucking hard if you found out that's how you got busted, is what I think. Anyways, let's go to the next site. So one of the things that I do have to show you about the deep web is just how easy it is to kind of access the darker websites that I don't really show you at all because it's illegal. And you know, I don't like showing this again because you know, I don't want people going to it. But the thing is that, of course, you can see I've censored some of these links, obviously, right over here, and I've censored them because all the links you're seeing over here, and well, on the left, a lot of these links, some of these links are headed towards the uncensored hidden wiki, freenet sites, sites that link to fucking, what is it, the Parasite forum board, where you can see a lot of old file uploads. But most of the sites over here, and the reason I have them censored is because a lot of these sites are child porn sites. And the reason I'm showing this to you is just to show you, again, the scary thing is how easy it is to get to it. The problem is with a lot of these sites, in my opinion, is this is a site that you use to browse, right? So this is one of the deep web crawling sites, one of these search sites, and on a lot of these search sites, you can actually go to a viewer page where, let me just close this, by the way. You can go to like a viewer page where you can see statistics of sites that were accessed, and a lot of them are split up by total search results, like where people click after they do a search. Tor2web visits, which is using the Tor2web relay, which I would never recommend you use, because that completely defeats the purpose of using Tor. It fucks you over on the anonymity front. At least in my opinion. And you shouldn't be using it in a regular browser that's not sandboxed like Tor. Now, public www backlinks are, you know, totally, you know, on their other end, but essentially over here you have about 147,000 people accessing, like over here, for example, one of these child porn sites, pedo, something like that, blah, 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 11,000 people visit. You got 20,000 people visiting one. You have like 15,000 people somewhere, and you have 147,000 people covering something else. Now, this isn't the most popular search engine ever. This is just one of the search engines where the trackers are working right now. And the scary thing about it is the fact that there are that many people accessing it. Again, there are good sites to this. You know, obviously we've seen funniest sites as well too, but I do have to show, if it's easy to find, I do show you the scary side of it, because the thing is, I want you to explore the deep web. I really want you to do it, but I show you the stuff to warn you that don't ever click on any of these links unless you truly like look at them and like, you know, study them. And like, for example, some of the ones over here you wouldn't figure out, like some of these have like porn or something sex related, like in the middle of the URL. And the thing is, be careful accessing sites, because a lot of the sites in these, like, most visited, like, links are porn sites, and they're child porn sites, and I do not recommend you go on them. Definitely don't go on them. It's illegal as fuck, and you're going to get busted, all right? They're going to play with your asshole in prison. So be careful with the sites you visit, and just don't meld into this. Fair warning, that's why I show you this kind of stuff, just so that, you know, nothing bad happens. Ultimately, though, I'm going to end it over here and go to a site that I can actually show you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a video that is about 1 minute 37 seconds on the dank web. Sorry, pop filter, for bothering you, but as you can tell, one thing that's similar. Can somebody figure it out? This is a continuation of the video from last week. As you can tell with the time code at the bottom, April 20th, 1966. Not 1966, 1996. Same year as before. This was captured at night at 9 o'clock, 5 minutes into that hour. But ladies and gents, this is an hour 37. So hopefully we'll see some creepy dude in this. I mean, I think, considering it is literally that fucking video. It is that fucking video. It literally is. Same aspect ratio, same VHS quality, same year, almost same date. But this is April 20th. Okay. Fucking. You think this guy got high or something because it was 420? Like, fuck me, dude. All right, let's hit play. So we're just driving down the streets in his all right. Shit looks pretty dank. All right, it's kind of loud, so I'm gonna take it off to one ear. We're just driving on the road and shit. Am I gonna see some fucking deer just jump up and slap its penis all over his fucking windshield? I gotta say, these dash cams are really popular in like Russia and shit. There, that's where the shit's at, dude. All right. I mean, nothing's really happening, dude. We're like, what? Like a third into the video at this point? Oh, dude, was that something in the fucking... There's like rustling going on. Are those like that's... It's a lot of dust. Or orbs, or whatever you want to call it. Like, there's so... It's like, I don't know if there's audio... Like, there is audio in this one, but it's so crackly and fucking weird. What the fuck? Do you see that shit? What the fuck was that standing? Holy shit. Oh, God! What the fuck? Dude, that's a fucking silhouette. Holy fucking shit. Battery low. I swear that's a fucking Sony camera, dude. He's just standing there. Holy fucking shit, it's moving. Oh, it's so fucking weird. Yeah, he's in reverse now. Holy shit! Okay, alright, whatever the fuck, it's over. Alright, dude, okay. First thing I gotta say. If I ever saw something like that, I would put my gear, alright, into sports and just run that fucking thing over, dude. That was fucking some scary ass spooky shit, dude. Alright, so obviously, like the last week, I definitely think this one is a fake one. This is definitely an edgy art project on the internet, but it is a fucking entertaining art project. That is a goddamn thing right there that I gotta mention. It's definitely entertaining, alright, to sit through. It's way better than the fucking other shit we've seen, I gotta be honest with you. It's like there's a fucking story about this. But you wanna know one thing? Alright, let's go into it. So obviously the first half of it is like boring as fuck, because you're essentially just driving down the road over here. I mean, it is definitely weird, because I mean, like, I hate, like, this gives me anxiety and shit, like, when I look at something like this. So this is in 1996, a long time ago, 2 years after I was born. So going up over here, like, the fucking thing cuts out, shit. Like, you go up over here, one of the things that I do have to mention, though, is, like, see, like, right over here, like, let me just find a better shot. Let me just find the best shot that I can. Okay? No, not that. One thing I gotta say is the audio definitely gets really loud going up to this person. But one thing that you have to realize, okay, so over here definitely seems like a very tall individual with like long ass fucking hands. One thing that I have to say is I feel like this, now that I've seen that with like the really white, like pale face, it's Slender Man, isn't it? You know, is Slender Man fucking coming back? I feel like Slender Man is finally... That's something similar to fucking Slender Man, dude. If I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now, like, if I'm being dead serious, that reminds me so fucking much of Slender Man. It's not even a fucking joke. But okay, so you go up over here. The thing about the thing is, like, the thing about it is the vehicle dies out. You know what I mean? Like, it's gone. Not the vehicle dies out, but I feel like the like, right over here, it's like fucking the arms are super long. Like, you can't tell because of the resolution, obviously. But the arms are super long. You go over here, the lights cut out, but there's enough light that the camera captures the silhouette out over there. Now the silhouette just stands over there. The battery is low. I feel like whatever it is, it like sucks the power out of something. You know what I mean? Like, it's just coincidentally battery's going low. But you're looking over here. The person moves. It's so fucking creepy how this person moves around too. It's like they're just like fucking like strafing and shit. So they drive away. Now, the interesting is, as they drive away, the lights come back. Like, right over there. See that shit? Like, right over there, dude. It's so fucking weird. It's like some tall individual. Again, if I saw that, I would put my gear on. I would just run that fucking thing, dude. That's scary as shit. I'll be honest with you. I would have straight up just gone. Like, that's fucking scary, dude. That honestly is scary. Like, holy fuck. Whatever demonic shit that is. But at the end of the day, I gotta say one thing. It definitely is... an edgy art project. It's gotta be fake. There's no way that shit... If that shit was real, do you realize how fucking viral this video would be? Like, somebody must have obviously found it, okay? If I can find it, anybody can fucking find it. 1996, it's gotta be fucking real, dude. Like, not real, but it's gotta be fake as fuck. It has to be fake as fuck. But one thing I will say is, out of the 2 weeks that we've looked at this deep web video series that, you know, that's on here, it's interesting. It honestly is more interesting than some of the other stuff we've recently seen, though. I'm gonna sort of leave it off over here. I don't know where they're at. It seems like they're in the desert or something like that. Not the desert, sorry. It just seems like they're in like the Midwest or something, just driving down the road. Could be the desert, to be honest. Like, if you look at this final exterior shot, like, it seems like it's something in the desert or whatever. But that's interesting, man. It's definitely one of the more interesting things I've seen. But I think I'm gonna end it right over here. And I think that's really all the analysis I can say about it. So let me know what you think about it. Do you think it's Slenderman, or do you think it's something fucking edgier and crazier? That's my analysis for the video. So interesting set of videos indeed. Maybe there's more to it. Hopefully there is, because I do want to see this, because whatever it is shot very interestingly well. And despite it being fake, obviously, they're... it's done well enough to keep my interest. So, as I would say, great work. But let's go somewhere else. The vast satanic conspiracy. Ooh, man. I love conspiracy sites. Like, conspiracy sites are like the best. Because honestly, it's always fun to read the tinfoil hat wearing side of the internet. Appendix on the back is what they write. I think this might be an excerpt of this piece written, Nowhere to Run, by Chris White. All right. The following is the best kept secret in the world. Oh, man. We're about to know the best secret in the world. All right. This is the real shit. Satanism and lower, yet connected forms of organized occultism is very prevalent in our government, military, churches, courts, media, corporate, and business world, as well as the covens, lodges, and other types of overt low and higher level witchcraft unions. Okay, first of all, I gotta say, this is already reminding me of those videos on YouTube. You know, the ones where it's like, they'll play like a Lil Wayne or Lady Gaga or fucking, big artist song, like a music video, and they'll just point out all the demonic imagery in that. Like, I think there was one where, like, it was just a compilation of, like, rap music videos where, like, they just had, like, demonic Freemasonry symbols going on. It's like, come on now, okay? I understand there's some weirdness going on, but come on. Okay, so one, the extent of this infiltration is vastly underestimated and actively covered up, okay? People who make accusations of, by the way, I'm not trying to cover anything up, okay? I'm just a third fucking party that, I'm just an idiot, all right? So people who make accusation of satanic ritual abuse, SRA, are viciously attacked as though they were lying. Even though the psychiatric field estimates about 5 million patients hallucinating, all right, they had like probably air quotations, about the specific and grisly abuse, if I can only read. 2, in fact, it has become so prevalent that it has become ridiculous to believe that it is mass hallucination on such large scale, especially considering that the husband and wife founders of the foundation set up to propagate the idea that this abuse is imagined. The False Memory Foundation resigned as they were accused by their own daughter of abuse. 3, I know this sounds a little out there, but please keep reading. And by the end, I hope you'll see that this is in fact happening on a massive scale. By the way, this is long as shit, so I'm only going to fucking read until I just completely stop giving a fuck. Satanism is a common thread that connects to various groups accused by many conspiracy theorists of running the world, i.e. groups like the neocons, Freemasons, the Illuminati, the Zionists, the Jesuits, and the ancient royal bloodlines of Europe. But those that make claims like this don't realize that at the top level, these groups, some of which are in fact real, are connected through their religious belief system, not through the quest for money, sex, or power, although those things are used extensively as motivators for the people in their system or controlled by it. To accuse any one of these groups individually as the lone gunman is part of the security fence designed to protect this system. It has become very difficult to deny that some shadow government... Now, here's the thing, okay? Like, I know this might sound like fucking crazy. Maybe like, are you fucking stupid? But, like, I feel like there's gotta be some form of a shadow government, you know what I mean? Like, there's gotta be some people controlling some level of control in the background, you know? Like, I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of weird to think that a world disconnected, a world where really there is a top echelon of people that ultimately have a lot of money, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm speaking it from my perspective, okay? If I had, like, fucking super billions and shit, like, I might throw my dick in the whole control the world pot if it meant benefiting me. You know, maybe if I was a fucking sociopathic individual, but, you know, first of all, I'd hope that never fucking even happens. I never even get close to that shit. And B, that just seems like something that's scary anyways, like people that have, whatever though. I mean, like, I just believe that there's some people, like, there are a lot of people, if they had it, would try to get more and more, you know, it's that whole greed principle, right? Like, me, I'm not saying, like, I'm superly different, I mean, I just don't care, you know what I mean? But there, a majority of people, they care a lot about it, and when they get it, they always want more and more and more, and that's what leads to this kind of shit. So I feel like there's gotta be something going on, but, I mean, is it, like, fucking Deus Ex level shit? I don't know, no. Probably not. Okay, I don't think the world is that evil and dark yet, okay? I mean, I like to think differently. I like to be positive, you know? Fuck my life, dude. What? Why? I'm looking up Illuminati shit. Like, you know what? I mean, if this was tracked, I'd be so... Fuck, man, dude. Honestly. What do I look at? It's late in the night. So fucking weird. To accuse any one of these groups, okay, blah, blah, blah. Thanks to Alex Jones. That was the individual that had the, what was it? The Bohemian Grove video. We now have hard and public evidence that the biggest movers and shakers of the political and business world are at least complacent enough to be present in a mock human sacrifice to an ancient Babylonian god when they attend the cremation of care ceremony performed by the men of the Bohemian Grove Club in the elite resort in Northern California, attended by presidents and policymakers, as well as business tycoons. I know, there's big people go over there and do some really weird shit. So whatever, blah, 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 blah. We have some satanic shit going on. And over here, what's kind of cool is they have, like, a lot of resources, so you can, like, watch, like, SRA movies. And you can tell this site actually is pretty old, because it's using video.google.com, which was, like, that was before Google bought YouTube, so they had, like, Google Video and shit. But yeah, no, they got mind control forums. Oh my fucking god, it's like a treasure trove I gotta look at. Morals and Dogma, Project Paperclip, that's a legit thing. That's fucking, that's straight up fucking the weirdest shit in the world. Some of this stuff, to be honest though, like if you think about it, like I'm not saying Chris is fucking stupid. Hell no. Chris has obviously done a lot of his research, and he's done a very good amount of research. I honestly think this is an interesting read. I might think it's a little too far-fetched. You know, we got like Hitler and the CIA, which, you know, that's a whole nother fucking story. Definitely go check it out. I mean, let's go to the About section. All right, so he's got a YouTube channel. Let's fucking look at. This account has been terminated because we've received multiple third-party claims. All right, well, apparently the YouTube fucking sent a YouTube contact to the Chechen mob and put a hit squad out on this motherfucker. NTR is an online radio program host, so you can know where to run is basically the radio talk show that this person has. It seems like everyone over here has a radio talk show. They even have a lovely PayPal like donate link as well too. That's actually really nice, you know. I mean, if you ever want to give a few bucks to this man, he's got Chris White has their PayPal account set up, you know, for nowhere to run. Now they also have another site over here. I don't know, it's just like a whatever the fuck it is. It's like some podcast shit. Let's go back over here. That's like archives. You go to like apologetics. Let me go to the apologetics real quick. Oh no, it just links back to the site. There's nothing really crazy. Oh my god, what are we looking at? Oh my lord. You know, I think, you know, man, Chris really puts a lot of time into this shit. Let's go. Oh my god, a MySpace? Holy fucking shit. Chris's MySpace, lads. Nashville, Tennessee. Well, like, you know the thing about Chris, though, is like, all this conspiracy shit, like people always talk about the government spying on anybody. That's why you shouldn't make a MySpace with your location on it. You know, if you're worried about the government tracking you, maybe you should take steps to reduce the level of tracking the government does. I don't fucking know. But apparently they've got recommended links to Alex Jones, Salvation Revelation with Frank Lordy, Chuck Missler, a lot of these people I don't know, FEMA News. Like, this feels like the kind of person, like, I don't know if anybody of you watched that movie, The Conspiracy. It was like this movie that was shot as a found footage piece. Not found footage, sorry, no. It was like a documentary in the beginning, and then it turned into a found footage movie. It was a good fucking movie. Like, it was honestly like a sleeper movie. I didn't expect it to be good. I just joked about it. It kind of feels like he's the conspiracy dude in that. Like, it feels like this guy is it. Like that, I feel like it. What is a podomatic, dude? What the fuck is this? Podomatic debunking Saudi Arabia. Damn, dude, the King's Revelation. Holy fuck, this guy's crazy. ISIS, Russia, and Iran. This man. Yeah, I gotta say one thing, dude. He's got a lot of free fucking time. Just saying. You go to the contact nowhere to run. Got hate mail. What the fuck? What is this? What is all this? I swear he's got a lot of time. Chris at conspiracyclose.com. Alright, so, wait. All views expressed in this website and radio program are those of Chris's alone. Alright, so, The Frank and Chris Show. The Fox's Book of Martyrs. Take the Zeitgeist Challenge. Alright. Bottom line here is, nowhere to run. Alright. It's what Chris has done is exposed a vast satanic conspiracy. I feel like I'm reading one of the most like fucking, I mean, the Beatles conspiracy was at least funny. This is just like reading through this, man. It's kind of like downright depressing. I mean, he does have MK Ultra mentioned, Monarch and Artichoke or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. I don't think he meant 10. But regardless, you know, what is this? For false Christs and false prophets shall rise, and shall shew signs and wonders to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect, Mark 13:32. Wait, we have run out of time. The war will, oh my fucking God, what is this? The war will bring about the death on such a scale that we will beg for a world government. The deception will be overwhelming, and unless you ask for the Spirit of Jesus to dwell in you, soon you too will believe the lie. And please understand that what we call sin is total slavery. Being free from its total power is a wonderful thing. If you are truly saved and no longer want to sin, and when you do slip, you won't like it. It's so peaceful and beautiful to be in the kingdom of Jesus Christ. He is a very loving Father and provider. Seek him, and he will save you from that bondage. The King is coming back. Alright, so we went from the Satanic conspiracy all the way out to, I mean, he's done his research, but man, I don't think Jesus would really care about the vast government Illuminati conspiracy. You know, I think Jesus and God have more important things to do than this. But regardless, I'm gonna back out of this, man. This, like, you see, like the Beatles one was the least interesting. This is just like depressing. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? But Chris, I feel like he has a lot of time on his hand. But you know, if you ever want to read through this, definitely go ahead. You know, go for it. Anyways, let's back out of here. What is this? Child and adult survivors of satanic ritual abuse report sadistic torture, human sacrifice, and cannibalism. Man, if there's any Satanists in the audience, man, I can only imagine how triggered they must be getting, dude. Jesus. I always get shit on by these guys. Fuck. Alright, so here is Cult of the Almighty Dave. You know, I always wondered, you know, where do I love how every time I go to any of these religious sites, you know what I mean, whether talking about Jesus or Satan or fucking, you know, the flying spaghetti mattress or something, or Dave for this instance, they always have that donation link, you know. Let's go to the donation link and see where the fuck it's taking me. Apparently I could, oh, it's all PayPal, obviously. Description, cult, what? I'm not purchasing anything, what? What do you mean? What? I'm not purchasing something. What? I'm not purchasing a Cult of the Almighty Dave, all right? I think you got the wrong PayPal. All right, so here we go. We've got, well, apparently it won't give me my worshiper number, so I don't even know what fucking number worshiper I am, even though I haven't worshipped the dude at all. So Daves of the world unite, for Dave is so loved the world that he gave his only son Dave, that whoever believes in Dave shall not perish, but have eternal life in Daveness. Dave 360. Okay, you know what? This seems like a parody. Okay, let's go to question. Let's go to questions real quick. If I join the Cult of the Almighty Dave, do I pray to the West every day or something like that? No. You must, however, hold the virtues and greatness of the cult. If we discover that you engage in any non-Dave-like behaviors, you'll be banished to Detroit. Oh my God, dude. Come on, Detroit ain't that bad. What makes Dave so great? The greatness of Dave springs from the eternal holy Daveness. Questions like that do nothing but demonstrate your unenlightened state of mind. Meditate on Dave for 48 hours. Meditate on Dave now? Really? It sounds hot. I did all these things and I still don't understand why Dave is a big deal. You will surely perish in the flames of the non-Dave. Is that the hell for people who worship Dave? Do not despair. We will Dave you regularly in hopes that you may grow a cortex and understand your ignorant ways. I'm a girl. The Cult of the Almighty Dave seems oriented towards men. Okay, come on now. There's more genders we gotta cover. Dave Babe. Why? This is so great. Dave babes are always welcome in the Cult of the Almighty Dave. Your name need not be Dave. Oh, so that means I can join too. I mean, my name is referred from Dave. Everyone is most welcome in our attempt to take over the world. Dude, I gotta donate to Dave just because he made me laugh. Come on. This looks like a bunch of crap that you made up, is it? Shut up, you heretic. Alright, yeah, that's right. Let's go pray to Dave. Your name must contain Dave or Dave Babe. Alright, let me go. Dave, email address. Oh, I'm not fucking giving you my email on camera. Sex, male, female, unsure. Yes, please. Yes. You know, everyone always wants to get fucked by Dave, right? You think if you go that option, it just like auto sends a picture of Dave's dick or something back to you? Claim your Davedom. Yeah, I'm Dave. I want you to fuck me in Afghanistan, dude. If this place is not listed, let's go Tumblr, dude. Pray briefly why you want to rule this land. Why? I don't fucking know why. Fuck me, Dave. Fuck me, Dave, right now. Fuck me.
Do you believe that the Almighty Dave is one and truly Dave? Hell yeah, Dave. Of course he is. Being the one and true Dave, only the one and true Dave would make this shit. All right, let's just go hear my prayer. Fuck, I'm not gonna give them shit. Let me go to the how to join page. All right, don't do that. How to join. All right, wait. You may be Daved. You may become a Dave babe. All right, wait. Okay, wait. You may be Dave. What the fuck is this? If your name is Dave, your daving is automatic. All right, wait. My name's not Dave. Oh, I have to pray to him to be a part of it. Oh, all of it leads to the same place. Fuck you, Dave. All right, you're just linking me to the same shit. All right, let's go to Kingdom of Dave. How about that? The day of the Dave approaches. Oh my! All true Daves must gather their strength and prepare for victory. Let me know how many Davids are watching this. When we dominate and rule the world, the Daves' page will be given dominion over their choice of prime Earth real estate. Oh my god, dude. I gotta book quick. What is this? Ruler of Canada is Dave Preston. Second ruler of Canada is Davy Boy Mitch. And then ruler of the United States is Dave Bridges. All right, you got Dave Babe Megan as First Lady of the United States. She writes, I'm a weird person. I wish to conquer this land for you. All right, Josie Dave Babe Luna, ruler of Hawaii. I want Hawaii because it's cool. King of Ohio, I request that my ruling over this land of corn-fed idiots, writes King Dave Rhythm, I think. Dave Cadwalader, ruler of Mexico. Add me to your international list of members. Long live Dave. So they got a bunch of chapters of Dave, I guess. You also, what is this? Rule of Galapagos Island, Muhammad Charlie Abby Dabby Dave? What? Okay, let's go down. Asia, Dave America, ruler of Japan. Asians are the kings of kinky sex. They just keep it kind of quiet. What is my life at this point, dude? You got like Jill Dave Babe Nichols, who's the ruler of Europe. Europe is the davest place around, dude. Is it now? Is it? Really? Okay. Outer space. But Liz Dave Babe Luna, ruler of the moon, Moa, what? Ruler of Planet X. It's the home of Monster Zero, Ghidorah. Need I say more? Oh my god, what is this shit? Alright, so I think I can lay my claim on certain lands real quick. Like, what is this? Elliot J. Dave Wedge, ruler of Oman. Because they have these really neat... Why? Why is this a thing, dude? This is so weird. It's so weird. I love it, dude. I love it. Oh my god. It's fucking great, though. Like, you know, honestly, like, I've seen, like, actual cult websites. This is so beautiful to read. It's just a fucking joke this guy makes. He's got, like, a great sense of humor. Very Dave sense of humor. For Dave so loved the world that he can't... Okay, we read that. And the Lord Dave caused a deep sleep to fall upon Dave, and he slept and he took one of his Dave ribs and closed up the flesh. The rib which the Lord Dave had taken from Dave made him a Dave babe and brought her into... What the fuck, dude? Is somebody got a sex change in the book of Dave now? What the fuck is this? That's seems like a pretty painful sex change right there. You're talking about ripping out ribs and shit and putting into somebody else? All right. Dave is my shepherd, I shall not want. All right, those that was the Dave Bible. As far as you can tell, that was a pretty closed off Bible there. Let's go to the Dave's prayer. Okay, what is the Dave prayers? Our Dave who art in heaven, hallowed by thy name, thy Davedom come. Thy will be done on Dave world as it is in Dave heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our non-Daveness, as we forgive those who do non-Daveness against us. And lead us not into Dave babe temptation, but deliver us from Devo. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Hail Dave. What? That's the Dave prayer, man. I gotta say, what is the enemies of the faith here? What is this? Roger Wilson, Daveness equals 0. Erica Barn writes, your cult is sinful. Brad Sobel is like, you're sick. Kathy writes, you really need to get out more. Patty writes, you know, if you want to be committed, all you have to do is ask. Phil Regger writes, suck my dick, loser boy. And Michael Ede is like, with a name like Dave, you must have been born on the planet Remulac, with parents called Mr. and Mrs. Dave Cone. That's it. Your name is really Cone. Okay, look, if this was like, the falling heretics of mock the cult, these infidels shall perish in the not... Okay, look, if that was actual things these people... By the way, needed to start the camera there. It kind of stopped, you know what I mean? I got to be on point with that. Usually I'm better at hiding it, but but recently I've been sucking a lot of dick on that. So clearly these people, you know, through websites and these people are really fucking, if these are the actual comebacks, man, dude, Dave could probably shut them down with the hair on his right nut. Okay, that's really, really the only thing I can gather. These are the worst fucking comebacks ever. That roasting video I did, that was like 1,000,000 times better than this shit. Like, what is this? You are sick. You're wacko. Your cult is sinful. These are real, by the way. I mean, the fucking, your name is really Cone. It's about the cringiest shit I've ever seen in my life. Holy fuck. Hymns of the cult? Let's see. This, we're on the last page anyways. All right, this is the hymn you can read over there. I mean, you can read it if you need to. Sign the Book of Life, view the Book of Life, Humor Search Award. Okay, so at least we know it's a fucking joke. I gotta say one thing. That really did genuinely bring a laugh to my face. You know what I mean? I gotta be honest with you. Probably the funniest fucking site I've read in a while. Cult of the Almighty Dave. Dave's the world unites. So if your name is Dave, hit up the Cult of the Almighty Dave. It seems like they're really pro Dave. Even if your name isn't Dave, you can still go over there. And, you know, it doesn't matter. It's very gender neutral. So anybody can go to Dave. It's like the most accepting fucking cult I've ever goddamn seen in my life. Not a whole lot of things, and it seems like these people are really laid back and cool. Honestly. I mean, it's a joke, but it's honestly a very funny joke. So let's go to a different site. So this is Anarplex.net. Now you might be wondering, this looks very similar to the site I showed you last week, and it is, all right? Because the thing is, I looked into it a little more, and Anarplex.net seems to be another file site. Now I think I've shown you this before, but I've shown more of Parasite, which was a different, a different archival website. Here you have Anarplex.net, files and projects related to crypto tribes, files, crypto anarchy, agorism, provider of darknet services. So, you know, it's people, I would assume, related greatly to anarchy, but we're going to look into it. So they have a ClearNet version of their website. They've got the Darknet, I2P, Darknet, and CG Darknet, which is totally something different, which we will definitely look into. Since we have had several downtimes of our ClearNet gateways, all regular visitors are advised to bookmark the Darknet addresses as well. So they've been active since 2010 to 2013. They have a copy left, not a copyright. I guess silent protest. Go to the Agora Inc., I think. What is that all about? You have services. Let me open that shit up too. Agora IRC server. Yes, so an IRC server where you can talk to other people in the group. All right, fair enough. What is the... Wait, they have a web IRC client? Can I access the web IRC client? Maybe there might be actually people in there, you know? Maybe. Again, I do stress be careful accessing the IRC as well, just because people do spam links of child porn on there as well. I mean, one of the darker sites that I've shown you with the IRC had similar stuff to them. All right, nickname. Let me do A and connect to it, I guess. What is, yes, welcome to Agora. Oh, there's a lot of people that are still on this site, and I don't know how many of them are active. And I'm going to write hi. Let me write hi. One of them quit. Nobody's responded yet. All right. But Chimmy apparently quit. Ping timeout, 121 seconds. Just going to give them a few more seconds to see if somebody even responds. Wait, Chimmy has changed nick to Chimmy. All right. No, but nobody seems to even be fucking responding at this point. Let me go check the rest of the site. We'll go back to that in a bit. But over here, they have a services that you can access. Gamma DX Darknets, nodes and shells. Let me go to Gamma DX and nodes and shells, maybe, you know what I mean? So Gamma DX is where currently 8 darknets and 3 darknet providers. So a lot of these people host a lot of net, like darknet, like basically stores and exchanges that you can go to, and that's pretty universal. I don't know how active they are, considering the sites are relatively old at this point. I mean, 2013 was literally a year after I started my channel, so it's gotten kind of old, really, and nobody's still responded yet. I feel very fucking lonely. But let's go to the files, obviously. That's why we're really fucking here at this point. So in the files, they have Crypto Tribal, Second Realm, which is interesting. Let me open that up. Free and Ashamed, Unashamed. They have Entertainment and Miscellaneous files. So let's go check this out. So in the Second Realm, if you like this book, oh, it's an actual book you can read. Free and Ashamed. We moved again. a guide for the unemployed but not helpless. Let's read this, okay? A guide to end all wars. Well, interesting stuff, I will say. Entertainment you have alongside night. Let me open that. I think this might just be some fucking deep web fan fiction. And then in miscellaneous, you have Bridging the Gap. All right, all interesting reads. Let's open that up. Well, interesting titles. So here's a guide for the unemployed but not a helpless. You have lost your job. You may have lost your house. Along with these losses came something worse. You lost status and respect. You became jobless, homeless, and left the respectable category. That hurts. And we're sorry. Well, they really do care about your feelings. Most people in the West, and especially America, spend their lives working very hard in hopes of getting ahead. You know, most people in the world do that, not just America. The system makes it almost impossible to actually get very far ahead. One that I will, to an extent, agree with. You know, the system's kind of fucky to people that are working hard at times. But everyone believes that this is a worthy way to live, so we just keep moving forward, usually without thinking much further than everyone else does this, so it must be right. And that's a big mistake, and I totally agree. I think you should think outside the box and be productive, but ultimately be productive to help yourself out too. Being productive is a good thing. It's a superb thing. But the system in which you worked for was never the noble cause it was advertised to be. If it was, would it have spit you out and left other people, often much worse than yourself, oh my god, I cannot read right now, and ensconced in their positions? You see, being in the unemployed position was probably your fault. Your error was to believe that the system was actually able to deliver for you. It isn't and never really was. Okay, so basically, it's a long book. They give you the real horror story. Most people don't independently plan their lives. Instead, they watch what others are doing and try to find a slot in their game and fit in. Once they secure that slot, they may try to advance within it, but it's highly unlikely that they'll ever leave it entirely. They find a boy or girl they like, get enough to eat and a place to live, and continue on with the usual scripted life. Then when they get old and worn out, they have a few quiet years, then they die, wondering what it was all for. If you think about it, it's crazy, but everyone seems to live this life without question. There are reasons, of course, why people never question the script, and the big one is this: respected authorities make you feel vulnerable and inferior to all of your life. When you were very young, they told you only the rich, handsome prince really mattered, and only the prettiest girl ever really mattered. At school, they made you fear stepping out of line, disobeying teachers for being called out in class. You know, it's all, I agree with that, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest, reading this reminded me a lot about my life to an extent, too. I wasn't, you know, I'll be honest with you. To me, a lot of school was kind of bullshit. Now, I don't want to say that as drop school entirely and fuck off with it. To me, I always used to be the one breaking the rules and arguing with the fucking teachers for the right reasons, I would say. And looking back at it, definitely for the right reasons. And, yeah, I guess I turned out just fucking fine, you know what I mean? I mean, my teachers probably hate me. I'm probably like teachers hate this student. He proved them all fucking wrong. And I know that for a fact. You are in natural society, for society. Okay, so this is getting kind of like heavy and shit. All right, we got a lot of stuff. Read the Bible. There may be no more thorough and condensed set of ideas in the world. Believe if you think that it is right, or don't believe if you think that is right. But read the ideas in the book and make your own decisions about them. Do not compare what you read with anything that a religious person ever told you. Read the book itself. That I will say for a fact, dude, okay? There's a lot of people who shove stuff down your throat. Don't let somebody... This goes to anything in life, okay? Let me give you some tips. Don't let anybody shove things down your throat. You shove it down your throat yourself. Sounded so fucking weird. All right. Learn about the common law. Forget the law produced by senators. Learn about justice. Learn to avoid the state. They will always want to steal your production. That is what they do. Once you have something again, they'll want it again. Don't go back to Egypt. Less talk, more action. Screw the rules, make your own. I mean, you still got to live by rules, okay? I can't just go outside and take a shit in the community center's like lobby, all right? Because that's my own rule. All right, but epilogue is, this is your life, but it is your decision whether or not you will live it. You own yourself, you own your production. No one should have anything to say about what you do unless somehow hurt others. Okay, yeah, that's good. All else is tyranny, no matter what kind of impressive words they sell it with. So you've been hurt. Well, that sucks, but what are you gonna do about it? You can sit and complain, you can cry like a bitch, you can find people to blame, you can beg the system to take you back, you can demand that the system gives you free stuff, you can burn and break things until you get your way, you can steal, you can line up behind some big man who promises to put you on the top of the heap, you can follow some wild-eyed guru with a magic plan, or you can start to live your life for a change. Do it, now! Oh my god, dude. I gotta be honest, this is the most peppy I've ever felt. Holy crap, I never thought I'd feel so This is such a feel-good thing. Oh my god, it's so great. It makes me feel so good about life. Just live it, alright? Just go for it. Man, Dr. Phil's telling you how to live your life in 10 pages. I've already got more motivation, man. It's so motivating and nice. It's so cute. It's amazing. It's like they really care. Alright, let's go to the prophetic novel of America's return. Oh, man. Man, there's a lot of God today in this episode. But I don't want anybody to think that I'm like a religious hater or something. I'm just Mudahar, you know what I mean? I don't like it when any side like fucking goes crazy. Please don't have a religious turf war in the comment section below, man. Yeah, I'm always scared of that. It makes the comment section so fun. It's like a nuke went off down there and it's just fucking gone. You can't even read it. What is that? A lion? Is that a horse over there? Do you sense the coming collapse of Western civilization? Then use our relocation services. A network, what? International relocation service? Do you just hate the U.S. that much? What? 1 troy ounce bullion gold coin for the first hour, plus our travel expenses. So you pay these people to assist and relocate you to another part of the world because you sense the collapse of Western civilization. Oh man, 305 pages? What kind of fucking book is this? Lady Magadeline's. Okay, what the fuck is it? I don't know what am I reading here. What am I looking at? Why? Part 1. At 8 o'clock. Okay, alright, you know what? This is a long ass book. I don't even think I'm allowed to fucking really show it. Alright. We're gonna back out over here. This is a long side night. Okay, interesting stuff indeed. But we're gonna back out from that there. Over here, bridging the gap, famous essay. All right, we don't need to read the famous essays, but ladies and gentlemen, that was Anarplex.net. I gotta be honest. Out of anything in this episode, I have felt the most peppy I've ever felt in a while. You know, like God, that was the whole unemployment rant. That was the best fucking rant ever. It's like this is the best fucking advice to give to someone. Like, I genuinely feel happy, you know? Like, I genuinely feel like if I needed that advice, that would make me feel so much better about life. So, big shout out to the person on Anarplex who posted that, man. On fleek. But let's go to something else, man. I think that's enough Anarplex for. Maybe I might come back to it, you know? Maybe we might check out more of the free and unashamed category. Next time we'll see how we stop war. But for now, let's go to something else.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this week's Deep Web Browsing, episode number 71. As I've mentioned earlier, you could see the camera failure before. At least I had the backup camera to capture those reactions that I would normally have looking at those websites. So, as an extra over here, I hope you enjoyed that video. Have an amazing rest of the day, and hopefully your Sunday is as dank as every Sunday possible. This is me, Mudahar, and if you like what you saw, let me know what you think about these websites in the comment section below. That Slenderman-esque video. It's a weird fucking video indeed. Let me know what you think about it. This is me, Mudahar. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like if you dislike it. I am out.